CBS News Washington correspondent Paula Reid is at the White House. Paula, now the president is urging lawmakers to hold off on any legislation until after the midterms. What happens if nothing gets passed?
Well, if Congress doesn't pass anything, Tanya, we have to remember there is a 20-day limit on holding children in governmental detention facilities. The Attorney General has asked a judge out in California to modify this rule, but unless the judge agrees to grant that request, the government may actually have to start separating families again in less than 3 weeks. But as you noted, the president sort of took a lot of the pressure off of Congress with that tweet today.
Now, something we've been hearing from lawmakers is that because this process is divided between different government agencies, it's been hard to get answers as to what exactly was going on. Is that the sense you've been getting through your reporting?
Oh, absolutely. I think from the time this policy was announced, you saw different stories throughout the administration. The White House said this was all the Democrats' fault and they were just carrying out the law, whereas the Attorney General, obviously part of the administration, he completely owned this policy and he was on the record saying it was a deterrent. You had the Chief of Staff coming out and saying, yes, this was a deterrent. And then at one point you had the Department of Homeland Security coming out and saying there is no policy. Now that we have decided, the administration rather has decided not to continue to separate families until they hit that 20-day mark, you are seeing a slightly more on-message administration, but when it comes down to the logistics on the ground, it's really hard to get answers. Right now, we have Customs and Border Patrol saying they expect almost all of those 2,300 children who are separated from their parents, who are being prosecuted for crossing the border illegally, they expect almost all of them to be reunited with their family as of Friday. So that's very difficult for a lot of us to believe based on what we've been seeing over the past few weeks, but that is the most recent answer, whereas just about 24 or 48 hours ago, we couldn't get any answers from this administration about how they were going to reunite these children with their parents.
It does seem rather hard to believe considering the fact that reports have indicated that the children have sort of been spread out to all around the country.
Exactly. It's very difficult to imagine how this would happen. Now, there is, of course, a caveat that not every single one of those children will be reunited with their parents because the government alleges that some of those children were separated from the adults that they were traveling with for other reasons. Perhaps they had some reason to believe that parent was engaging in some criminal activity in addition to crossing the border illegally, or they could not actually establish a family relationship between the two. So it's not going to be every single one of those children, but all the children who were separated for the sole reason that that adult was being prosecuted. Customs and Border Patrol is saying they will be reunited. Again, that seems extraordinary. I think there's going to be a lot of skepticism, but we'll see.
All right, Paula Reid at the White House. Thank you.